interesting question. First of all, I want to say is that I personally have vaccinated animals in Tanzania. I have vaccinated animals in Malawi. I've vaccinated animals in Mozambique. I've vaccinated animals in Rwanda, Uganda, personally.
And we're not talking about 2 or 3 cows here.
No. For East Coast fever, we are talking about 2.5 million cattle that has been vaccinated across 11 African countries. For PPR, we have actually vaccinated, and at the moment, Uganda has vaccinated cattle in the Karamoja region. This country has actually vaccinated cattle, in Narok, PPR, on trial basis, and we have seen up to now, the adverse reactions that is normal to any other disease, to any other vaccine, and which is acceptable within the range of any trials, actually. Those have been well documented. Farmers can attest all the way from Amboseli, from Narok, from Wazingishu can attest that we have vaccinated for East Coast fever. Their livestock are there, and we can even go and look at the tags, because when we do vaccinate with East Coast fever vaccine, infection and treatment method, we do the tagging. And therefore, any animal that is still alive that has not been taken to the butcher, actually we can actually satisfy that that animal is live.
And it's doing well.
It's doing well.
All right. Now, still under the subject of, there's been quite a lot of mistrust and some innuendos and propagandas and concerns. Some people fear that there are hidden motives behind this campaign. How would you respond to these suspicions?
I think, first of all, we can walk through the history of the vaccine fraud, especially the major one that the government has talked about. PPR, I've had PPR, I've heard about East Coast fever, I've also heard about FMD. East Coast fever is a vaccine, initially, the initial stages of development was done at our own Calro, when it was formerly called CARI. Then technology transferred to International Livestock Research Institute, then personally I transferred the technology to Center for Tick and Tick-Borne Diseases, but also Calro is now producing it. And we have scientists there who can attest if anything is added into the vaccine, then we can tell. Calro can test, University of Nairobi actually can test, at our veterinary, the campus on veterinary sciences can do.
Kobete.
Yes, personally at the Machakos University, I have a facility that can test if anything is added on it. And therefore, as a public institution and a public servant, I think those are things that we can safeguard. Coming on PPR, the production process is pretty simple. We put the virus into a mammalian cell called the verocells so that we can multiply it. We grow it 5 days, and then we harvest the attenuated virus. And then we titrate that. If you add anything, any other molecular scientist can actually attest that, can actually do quality control on that and say something else is added into this. And they are established procedures to do that.
All right.
You can pick in the field
any at random, test it.
And test it.
So it would be fairly easy for an expert such as yourself
Yes.
to identify if something else has been added.
Yes. And